Farmers are truly struggling. They are truly struggling. It is not just a joke. It is truly not ideal. It is not ideal situation. Today we will watch a video that will talk about the situation specifically in Nebraska and about their contracts with the Chinese government.
China. I have to have my China. China because China.
The Chinese government was buying from them soybeans, if I'm not mistaken, and other crops as well. This contract was worth up to $2 billion, even a bit more over that.
Billions and billions and billions and billions.
And it has been cancelled due to the ongoing war, ongoing tariff war between the United States and China.
Yeah, no, I don't take responsibility at all.
But before we dive deep into this topic, allow me to just introduce myself. My name is Joe.
Hey.
I talk everything about geopolitics and macroeconomics. I also write a blog. It is amazing, unique, and everything you ever wanted. You will truly love it. Only the brightest and smartest will be able to appreciate it.
You smart. You very smart. We the best. You a genius.
Also, only the brightest and smartest would ever, follow someone like me, the brightest and smartest YouTuber.
You guys, I'm like really smart now. You don't even know.
And so, if you are one of those people, if you are one of those brightest and smartest people on planet Earth,
you're so smart. You're so effing smart.
Then definitely join in and smash that subscribe button. Join us all here. Also, make sure to smash that like button. It truly helps, guys, and I truly appreciate it. But sorry for all of that yapper. Let's just dive deep into in today's video, and after that we will more broadly talk about this, okay?
It's Joe from Georgia. So we're getting ready for the first domino to fall, and we know what happens after the first one falls. Well, the state of Nebraska, the governor, Jim Pillen, has asked the federal government for help because they're not going to be able to pay their bills this year. And here's the problem in Nebraska. They had over a $2 billion contract with the Chinese government to export soybeans to China. Well, out of that $2 billion, they've canceled all the contracts. So out of that $2 billion, $350 million was state revenue taxes. They're not getting any of that. And the governor also goes on to say that because the migrant farmers weren't able to work in Nebraska this summer, that those people didn't pay their taxes either. And the farmers who already have crops in the ground, folks, they've already spent their money. They're going to need help too because they're not getting any money from the contracts anymore. So Nebraska is the first state. And when you look at the Midwest, you're probably looking at Kansas, you're looking at Iowa, South Dakota, all of those places that are large exporters of grains to China and depend on migrant farm labor. They're not going to be able to pay their bills either. So here's the first one to fall. But of course, as we do know, a certain person in a certain house in Washington, D.C. at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, they know all about bankruptcy. I'm sure they'll be able to help.
As we heard in the video, farmers in Nebraska definitely had a bad time this year, definitely had a hard time, true struggle. But it is not just farmers in Nebraska, it is also farmers in, for example, Montana. There has been news that farmers in Montana are definitely raising their voices. They are starting to see the struggle that this administration bring upon them, and they are starting to raise their voices in contrast towards what the administration is doing. They are opposing some of these tariffs and some of these crackdowns on undocumented workers that are usually working on these farms. They are definitely having a hard time finding people who would harvest the harvest, who would pick up the veggies and fruits and crops that normally would be done by these undocumented workers that are some of them are usually even temporary workers. They only come during the summer season to pick up the harvest. And even though they are here temporarily, they're still being cracked down on these workers. There's being huge raids, ICE raids that has been kidnapping these people of the farms, and this is a huge issue. This is a huge issue for the farmers. They are truly struggling and having a hard time paying their bills. Also, one thing that I forgot to mention, but I truly want to put it in, is that come back a little bit about the timeline. The reason why this is happening is because Trump announced tariffs on China.
We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning, and you'll say, please, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore.
And they come back with their own, basically, economic warfare. They also put tariffs on American imports, and the biggest import from United States into China is obviously the crops, the harvest, the soybeans, the farm produce. And so this affected the farmers greatly. A lot of contracts been cancelled. We heard that in the video clip, that a lot of important contracts has been cancelled, and so China has cracked down on. They basically fought back. They also fought back by putting a extra price on the rare earth metals. That is because China is one of the only countries that has a produce of these economically viable earth metals. They are basically, they have to be mined, but they also have to go through factory, and then they are usually shipped in bars, similarly to like gold bars. They are metal bars. So for example, if I'm not mistaken, copper for the industry, or maybe it's not copper, it might be other metals. They are definitely shipped in bars for further production, for a next step in the production. And so all of these metal bars are being created almost exclusively only by China, and so it is a great way for them to fight in this economic warfare that Trump started. Now obviously all of this uncertainty creates a lot of stress amongst farmers. This is definitely hard on them. This is definitely a true struggle. I don't want to make jokes about it at all. It is truly hard. These times are definitely hard, and so if you feel like you are struggling with your mental health, definitely don't be silent, but seek help amongst your family, amongst your peers, amongst your colleagues, amongst your friends. Definitely raise your voice when you feel like you are struggling. Definitely do not stay silent, but raise your voice. Also, if there is no option with family or friends, there is always option to seek help amongst your local community. Specifically, churches, mosques and synagogues are a great way to find a community. Also, one of the ways to combat mental health issues is to volunteer. That is because your soul craves purpose, and we found a deep-rooted purpose in helping others. And so if you want to volunteer in your community, in your food banks, in your shelters, it is definitely a way to satisfy your soul. It is definitely a great way to feel good about yourself and come back fight against your mental health issues. It is a truly great way. I cannot stress enough how volunteering can be truly helpful. And also in the upcoming years, there might be a little bit more economic struggle coming up, and so this help will be definitely needed. So volunteering is truly great way to go. I cannot stress it enough. Guys, make sure to smash that subscribe button, make sure to smash that like button, especially if you haven't done so yet. Guys, make sure to do that. Also, make sure to check out the video here, make sure to check out the video there and everywhere. And guys, I will catch you in the next one. Bye bye.